not only details, but Pashit relates to the Gashmistic world.
So in the Yom he explains how this
And tomorrow's Hayom Yom. Melicha Hadocha Shroya Melicha Hadocha. No, Hadocha Melicha Shroya Melicha Hadocha. Or is the other way? Hadocha. What the dry Lishenas? Shroya. I think Shroya is the vacant that has to be right in the beginning. Vayem Yem, the 26th of Elul, the Rebbe brings. Shroya Melicha Hadocha.
talking about what?
26th of Elul, about the inyan of how you kasher, how you can make food kosher to eat. He says to take out the blood. So there's three things: there's soaking it, salting it, and rinsing it. So the Rebbe says, Navedas Hashem it is. One is soaking, that a person soaks in the words of his Rebbe. Salting is Yechidus, private audience of the Rebbe. Hadocha is Anigla. It's rinsing it off. This is basically the three things. It's Chavav Elul. Chavav Elul, right? And it is connected with the inyan of Maaseh Bereishis. Chavei, today is Chavei, tomorrow Chavav. This is Chavav. Yeah, no, but no, I'm thinking about the Yem. No. Ich mein dem Yem. I'm talking about the Yem Shein and Maaseh Bereishis. The Yehira Ki'ebasei Chamayim. There's a whole thing there which is connected with this. Derech Hagav, yeah, the salt is the second day of Maaseh Bereishis. This is when the salt. There's two things that they're bringing in the Beis Hamikdash, the temple. One is salt and one is water, delivering of water, Beis HaSheva. The reason is, the inyan of salt is because these two things were separated, and they were screaming, we want to be connected with the king. So the Eibishter said the water will be brought in Beis HaSheva, and the salt will be brought on the Mizbeach.
What is salt connected to Yechidus?
Why is it called Yechidus? Because taking out the blood. The Rebbe is taking out his bad blood. His koch, his liveliness in worldly matters. He's doing a procedure on him. That's what Yechidus is about. But then comes another interesting thing. In addition to that, Chavav Elul is B'gematria Melicha. Like 67 and 26 is how much? 93. Right? And what is Melicha? Melicha is 80, 90, 80 and 8. No, 7. 80, 8 and 5. 93.
Yesterday was my birthday.
Well, yesterday is when? Chafei or
Yeah,
Chafei?
Chafei.
Chafei is the creation of the world.
Members 4.
Doesn't need one. You would not know. Ches. Mem Lamed Yud is 80, Ches is 88, and 5 is 93. The Gematria Melicha. The Rebbe brings it on that day. On that day, the Rebbe brings the numeric Melicha, which is the numerical value of the Gematria of Chavav Elul.
Those three Chavav.
When I was in Florida, I was asked to speak about Hayom Yom. Past Shabbos. I didn't expect, Hayom Yom. Not everybody has a background. But the Shliach insisted. He says since it is, they say the Hayom Yom every day. So by Shal Shudas, we're going to talk about Hayom Yom. So we sat and spoke about Hayom Yom. We went past Shabbos. Shabbos finished 8:03 there. We went to 20 after 8. I didn't even realize. Nobody looked at a clock. Once you're out of Brooklyn, that's it. They didn't look at clocks, nothing. It was set until 20 after 8 and could have set longer. Nobody was bothered. And we were discussing Hayom Yom. A few days ago, I got an email from the Shliach that forwards me an email of a guy that was there, one of the people that was there, and he enjoyed the Shabbos, everything. And then I asked him, what did you enjoy best? He says two things. One, the story Benegir Shanghai, because he wasn't aware of the Lubavitch Shanghai. And the second thing, he says the quotes. He He says, when you discuss the quotes, he says, I started to realize there's more there than just reading it, like copy and paste. He says, now when I go on Chabad.org to look at that Yem Yem, he says, I learned it in a different way. It's Kita Gishmak. This is a person that I don't know how much affiliated, but
What was the first reason that he left?
speaking about Lubavitch in Shanghai, he was never aware of that history. So most of it,
What town were you in?
Kendall, Florida.
Kendall.
Rabbi Harlick. Okay, so now the Rebbe is going to continue and say, what do we need to do on Rosh Hashanah? The first time, this renewal was from above to below, on behalf from above. Because the Eibishter desires to do goodness, or is it because it's the union of the nature of good, is to do goodness, or the Mailam Mizeh? You see here the Rebbe is already starting to mention the Rabbeim. And actually the middle of the Rebbe is also mentioning him towards the end of the Maimer. It's mentioning him in this Maimer twice. So the Rebbe starts, the concept that nature of good is to do goodness is also appropriate in Atzmus. In other words, to say that his nature is to do goodness. Now there needs to be a renewal on behalf of the person. Initiate on behalf of the person himself.
To do good, you need someone to do it to. In Atzmus, who's to do it to?
No, that the reason, the word is that to say on Atzmus that he has a nature to do goodness is something which is, sometimes the question is, how could you say that? That's why he does good, because he's inclined to do good. He's doing good because he's the Beta, the creator. So this is the point that the Rebbe is making here. Because there's a whole order in the Maimer from the Mittel Rebbe, Ato Echad Shimcha Echad. That's the Maimer in order 11. It's printed in the Maimorim and Tracing of the Mittel Rebbe. There's a whole order there, how appropriate it is or not appropriate to say it on Atzmus. It means, in other words, he's inclined to do good. It's his nature. It's not a beta is a beta. Is higher than all these limitations, all these patterns. Now a person has to do it through his Aveda. The renewal of world and Chayas has to be through the initiate on the part of the person. The same way that the drawing down is something which is new, a general renewal, which is outside of Atzmos, outside of his essence. This Chiddush, this renewal is through Atzmos. Then it comes down in details until this low world. The same thing is also in the Aveda V'Yid. That through her we are mamshech this Chiddush. The first thing is that Tikkun is not only blowing, but Tikkun is also a spiritual Aveda, a spiritual experience in the person's neshama. What does this mean? The tkiya of the inyan of Shefer, what does this show? The strength of the essence of the neshama. Eson is the essence of the neshama. Therefore, the tkiya is with Shefer. The kela Shefer ukil poshut shemikeirei mi'etzem hanefesh. It is from the essence of the nefesh. In other words, what does kil Shefer mean? The sound of the Shefer is a very simple sound, not music, no words, no expressions. What does this mean in a spiritual sense? It is the outcry of the neshama, the outcry of the depth of his soul, which is from the essence of the soul, higher than midas. Higher than emotions and higher than seichel. And therefore we blow the horn. The keren hu etzem mamish. Keren expresses the union of etzem, the essence, as we see it regarding the kingdom of Shaul and David. So it says that Shaul was anointed with a pach, with a pitcher. So therefore his kingdom didn't go forever. David nimshach b'keren was anointed with a keren, so therefore it's nimshach leilam, because keren shows on a higher level of essence. Therefore, his malchus is always later the yichba leilam void. This candle doesn't go out.